The Portland Trailblazers seem to be refusing to have Damian Lillard trade talks with the Miami Heat, the team that Damian Lillard requested that he wants to play for, the only team that he wants to play for. So, Chris Haynes was on a show or podcast and he said that I spoke with someone on the Heat side 3 days ago. The last discussion, Miami and Portland talked during Summer League, and it was brief. Miami was trying to set up some one-on-one time in person that never materialized. That was the last conversation they had. So that was back in July, I believe, when Summer League took place. And so the Portland Trailblazers point guard Damian Lillard made a trade request July 1st, and he and his agent Aaron Goodwin made it clear that his client wants a move to the Miami Heat and only the Miami Heat. However, according to Woj recently, he said a trade does not appear imminent at this time, and the Blazers are refusing to talk with the Heat. He has mentioned talks have intensified with other teams, not including the Miami Heat, saying they're not involved in those talks. So there's been so many reports lately in the past few days saying that the Heat and the Blazers are getting closer, then they're not talking at all. And now they're saying that other teams are emerging, like mystery teams like the Raptors or the Bulls, that are looking to possibly acquire Damian Lillard. So there's been a lot of back and forth recently in the last few days. But ultimately, Portland apparently is refusing to talk to Miami, and Miami understands apparently that they don't have the assets that Portland wants. I think they have assets because I think Portland is smoking something if they think that the Heat don't have any assets. Like, look at Jovic and what he did in FIBA, and Jaime Jaquez is going to be a solid player. We have draft picks. We have Duncan Robinson. We have Tyler Herro that can go to another team which can create more assets. But it says that the Heat have known that they need to get a third and fourth team involved, but they want the Portland Trailblazers to communicate with us. Let us know what you're looking for, and it hasn't even got to that stage, which I think is kind of ridiculous at this point. So we all know that Cronin's playing hardball. We understand that he wanted to do his due diligence to find the best deal possible, so I am empathetic with that. Said it could take months. It has taken months, but at this juncture, it doesn't seem like they're willing to satisfy Damian Lillard's wish and request to play only for the Miami Heat. And I don't know. There's reports saying that Tyler Herro now is potentially going to be traded to 4 teams that have shown interest. So there's so much back and forth. I ultimately think Portland wants to save face, and they're trying to create some leverage, trying to get other teams involved to show some interest so Miami can increase their offer. Right now, apparently the teams haven't really talked, but we know that Pat Riley is going to lowball Joe Cronin and the Portland Trailblazers because they're the only team that has put a definitive offer in place, because Damian Lillard only wants to play for the Heat. So it's a high risk that these other teams would want to trade a lot of young assets, draft picks, star players, role players, veterans, expiring contracts for someone who doesn't want to play there. There was another report that I mentioned before from Barry Jackson and Anthony Chang from the Heat Herald saying that if he does get traded to another team that's not the Miami Heat, he's going to request another trade. So Damian Lillard is going all in, essentially, and saying that he wants to play for the Heat. So who wants to risk that? And also another thing that came up is that players like Giannis and players like Embiid possibly might not extend and might request trades this offseason, during the season, next year, who knows? And so do a lot of these teams want to risk losing assets for younger and better players than Damian Lillard? So the latest is they're refusing to talk to us. I think it's all malarkey. I think it's just tactics by the Trailblazers. They're just trying to get Miami desperate and to strengthen their offer so they can get more assets for Dame. But I love that Dame is staying strong. He's not saying he wants to play for any other teams. And the fact that someone leaked the information, I don't know who it is, and I don't know why Damian is not getting fined by the NBA, but he said basically, according to these reports, or his camp has said or insinuated, that if he gets traded to another team, he's going to request another trade. So I think that piece of information right there, if that's true, is going to be huge for the Miami Heat. And I think ultimately the Heat are going to get a deal done. There are rumors now that Herro might go to other teams, that teams are showing interest. So they will get more assets through these other teams. There's rumors that DeAndre Ayton might be involved for Yusuf Nurkic. So it might be a 3-4 team deal. We'll see. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys are enjoying these videos also, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. So thanks again. Hope you guys have a good night. Bye.